Hi, and welcome back to YogaLion. I'm Caroline, and today I prepared for you a yoga to help relieve foot pain. If you suffer from plantar fasciitis or any kind of foot pain, then hopefully this practice will help you out. We will start out standing using a tennis ball or any other small fascia rolling or massage ball that you might have to roll out the feet and stretch out the toes. We'll take a couple of standing poses to stretch out the legs and calves, and then we'll end seated, rolling out our muscles with the ball and giving ourselves a nice foot massage at the end. So besides a tennis ball and your mat, you don't need anything special, so grab something comfortable to wear and come meet me on your mat. We'll begin in Tadasana, or mountain pose. Go ahead and set your tennis ball down to the side and align your feet. Bring your heels under your hips, about 2 fist width distance. Bring your shoulders up over your hips and stack your entire spine straight up. Reach the crown of your head up high and relax your shoulders. Let your hands come down to your sides comfortably, palms facing forward. And if it feels okay, close your eyes. As you stand here, really notice how you're grounding down through your feet. Do you tend to roll your feet inwards? Do you tend to put more weight on the outer edges of your feet? Take a moment to check in, and without looking down at your feet, try to distribute your weight evenly. The inner and outer edge of your heel, all the way up to the inner and outer edge of your toe mounds. Engage through your shins and calves, firm your thighs, trying not to hyperextend your knees. Just keep your stable mountain pose. Go ahead and reach down for your ball now, and we'll bring it underneath the right foot. Keep your left foot grounded down, and we'll start to roll out the right foot on the ball. So taking your time here, roll from heel through the arch, up to the toes, forward and back, maybe even side to side, hitting any points that feel really good and pausing anywhere that you want to pause at. Make sure you go all the way back to the edge of your heel and all the way forward to your toes. Your hands can be down beside you or on your hips. One more full breath in and out, rolling through your right foot. And go ahead and come to stillness, and we'll use the ball to stretch through our big toe. So go ahead and bring the tennis ball underneath your big toe only, and allow the other 4 toes to come down to the ground. Stand up tall in your mountain pose. Engage through the legs. Let your hands come wherever feels comfortable. And gently press the ball of your foot into the tennis ball, allowing this stretch in the big toe. And after your next exhale, go ahead and reach down for the ball and place it underneath the other 4 toes. So the big toe gets a rest, and now we stretch the exact same way through the other 4 toes. Try to place the ball so it catches the toes in a stretch. Allowing your big toe to ground down, come back to that mountain pose, engaged legs, standing up tall. And relax through the rest of your body. Next, try to pick up the ball with your toes. So depending on the size of your ball, maybe this is easy. With a tennis ball, it can be pretty challenging, and it doesn't matter if you succeed in picking up the ball or not, but rather practice expanding the toes and then clenching them in around the ball to strengthen them. Try a few times. And then we'll go ahead and change feet. So move the ball to underneath your left foot, ground down through your right foot, and we'll begin again with rolling through the foot from the tip of the heel through the arch all the way up to the toes. Rolling gently forward and back, maybe even some circles or side to side, whatever feels good on your foot today. And feel free to pause when you find a spot that needs a little extra attention. And take your time rolling. Breathe deeply in and out. And allow your hands to rest wherever feels comfortable. And then go ahead, and when you're ready, bring your left foot to stillness, and we'll take the big toe stretch here on the left side. So allow your 4 smaller toes to relax as much as possible, and bring your tennis ball only underneath your left big toe. Stand up tall, stacking your vertebrae, shoulders over hips, hips over heels. Engage through your legs without locking out your knees. And focus on applying a gentle pressure in your foot on that left big toe. And when you're ready, move the ball from your big toe over to the 4 smaller toes, allowing your left big toe to relax, and now applying the stretch to the other 4 smaller toes. Come back to standing up tall. Focus the stretch as much as you can in the left foot, in the left toes. And after your next exhale, go ahead and look down at the ball, and now we'll try to pick it up again. So again, maybe you're successful and you can pick it up and set it back down with ease, or even if it's a challenge and you can't pick it up, what's more important is the motion in the toes, expanding and contracting, engaging through this foot strength. Try again a couple more times. And then when you're done, go ahead and set the ball to the side off the mat, and we'll take a short standing flow here. Step your feet out wide, and then turn your right toes to the short edge of your mat, and your back toes come in slightly to a high warrior lunge. Bend your right knee and stack your shoulders up over your hips, or if that's too much pressure on your low back, go ahead and hinge slightly forward. Bring your palms together at your chest, and then we'll lift and lower that back left heel. Try to find that full range of movement, coming all the way up to the ball of your foot, stretching through the toes, and then lowering it down, finding a gentle stretch in the calf. On your next inhale, lift that back heel, and we'll hold here, and then stay in this high lunge. You can widen your stance if you like. Gently bend that back knee and stack your shoulders over your hips. You can keep your palms at heart center or send your arms up overhead in your high lunge. Go ahead and drop your heel back down, and we'll transition here from lunge to a pyramid pose. Go ahead and straighten that front leg and bow forward. Inhale, rise back up and bend your knees to your lunge. Exhale, straighten and bow. Inhale, rise and bend. Move with your breath here from your high lunge to your pyramid pose. Finding a stretch through the legs. On your next pyramid fold, we're going to hold. You can shorten your stance if you like. Go ahead and fold. You can keep your hands at your hips or allow your hands to drop down to the ground. Gaze down toward that right big toe. Another full breath in and out. And on your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips, rise up out of your lunge. Turn your feet to face the long edge of your mat. Angle your toes out slightly and we'll sink down into a goddess squat. Your knees track in the direction of your toes. Bring your hands to your hips and inhale, lift your right heel. Place it down. Inhale, lift the left and exhale it down. And keep alternating with your breath. Inhale, right heel. Inhale, left heel. Exhale down. Each side one more time. Lift on an inhale and lower on an exhale. And now we'll lift both heels together. Inhale up to your toes and exhale down. Twice more. Lift. Find your balance and lower. And last one, lift up and lower down. Go ahead and straighten out of your squat and we'll find our high lunge on the left side. Turn your toes to face the short edge of your mat. You can sit up tall, shoulders over hips, or lean slightly forward in your lunge. And on your inhale, lift up the back right heel. Exhale to set it back down. Moving with your breath, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Keeping that left knee gently bent. Finding the full range of movement here in that back foot. And keep your palms at heart center. And on your next lift, we'll go ahead and hold our high lunge. You can widen your stance, slide that back heel back. You can continue to hinge forward or reach your arms up overhead. And we'll flow between our high lunge and our pyramid pose. Take an inhale. So inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, bring your palms down to heart center or to your hips, and we'll straighten that left leg, fold forward to your pyramid. Inhale back up to your lunge and exhale forward. Moving with your breath, inhale up, exhale to hinge forward, stretching through that back leg. And on your next hinge forward, we'll hold pyramid pose for a few breaths. Breathe in and out through your nose. Gaze down toward that left big toe. And on your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips and gently rise up. Turn and face the long edge of your mat. And we'll come into a straddle fold, toes face forward. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, hinge from your hips forward. Go ahead and grab your elbows and allow your body to dangle forward gently. Maybe sway from side to side if that feels good. You can even gently allow your knees to bend and your hips to move as you sway softly. Allow your entire upper body, upper back to relax. And after your next exhale, release your elbows, gently heel toe your feet together, and come back up to standing. We'll come down to sit on the mat and use our tennis ball once more to roll out our calf muscles. So go ahead and sit down. Bring the ball underneath your left calf. Your right knee can be bent with your foot down for support. Bring your hands behind you and gently lift your hips enough so that you can roll forward and back on your ball. So again, taking your time, roll up and down the length of your calf muscle. You can get the sides, rotate to the side of your shin, inner and outer edges. Feel free to pause anywhere that you feel needs a little extra release or attention. And if your hands get tired, you can come down onto your elbows instead. And if the ball gets away from you, just gently bring it back. Take another couple breaths. And after your next exhale, go ahead and take your ball. We'll switch sides. Plant your left foot down, knee gently bent, and extend your right leg with the ball underneath your calf. Bring your hands behind you or your elbows down, and gently start rolling out the right side. Up and down your calf, on the sides, pausing anywhere that needs a little extra attention. Feel free to come to your elbows if you ever have sore wrists. And if you want more pressure on that leg, you could cross your left ankle over the right leg for a more intense rolling. Another full breath in and out. And then gently stop your rolling. You can go ahead and set your ball aside again. We're finished with the ball. And come to a gentle cross-legged seat with your left ankle over your right knee. And gently start to squeeze your toes and arch with your hands for a breath or two. And take your big toe in your left hand and start to draw it back toward your ankle. Try to point the other 4 toes down toward your sole. Finding a deep stretch here on your foot. And after your exhale, go ahead and release. And then take the fingers of your right hand and interlace them with the toes of your left foot, placing the palm of your hand against the sole of your foot. And gently bend the toes back and forth, using your wrist here to find mobility in the toes. Keeping your ankle as steady as possible. Moving gently with your breath. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, draw back. Taking your time to find the full range of movement. On your next exhale, release the bind with your toes. And go ahead and gently hold your foot in any way that feels good and start to rotate it in one direction in a gentle circle. Moving slowly through the full range of the circle. And gently pause your rotation and change directions, rotating in the opposite way. Moving very slowly, try to feel each point of the circle. And then gently release your foot. We'll cross the legs the other way, bringing your right foot over the left knee, and begin again. Using both hands, gently squeeze your toes and arch for a few breaths. And then gently take that right big toe in your right hand and draw it back toward the top of your foot as you try to point the other 4 toes down towards the sole of your foot. Finding a deep stretch here. Breathe gently in and out. And gently release. Go ahead and take the fingers of your left hand and interlace them with the toes of your right foot, creating a deep stretch here between the toes, and then additionally exploring the mobility here of your toe joints. So using the strength of your wrist, gently press your toes forward towards your ankle and draw them back towards the sole of your foot. Noticing each point on this full range of movement, forward and back, exploring with your breath. And gently release and grab onto that right foot in any gentle way. With your left hand, hold your ankle steady with the right and start to draw gentle circles in one direction. Finding this range of mobility in your ankle, softly working in your circles, using your breath. And when you feel ready, gently switch directions. And try not to rush the process, but rather slow down and notice the circles. And gently finish and come to a seated butterfly here. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees are wide. And just take a few moments to rub through your feet. So press your thumbs into your arches all the way up from heels to toes. Maybe even gently use your fingers to massage the tops of your feet as well. Find any massage or movement here that feels good. And gently finish. Go ahead and cross your legs, and we'll finish with a seated meditation. Finding any comfortable spot. Go ahead and relax your shoulders. Let your hands rest on your knees. If it feels okay, let your eyes close. And send your attention to your feet and just notice how they feel compared to about 20 minutes ago. And notice all the places that your feet carry you. And then thank yourself for taking the time to take care of your feet today. And gently blink your eyes open. Reach your arms out wide and inhale them up overhead. Touch your palms together. And as you exhale, bring your thumbs down to your forehead. May you always see your inner courage. Touch your thumbs to your lips. May you always speak your strengths. And bring your thumbs down to your heart. May you always hold joy in your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.